Hello, good evening, Stampers. It is me again, and it is almost the end of November. And so I'm a little behind on recording my monthly card club class. And so I thought I would give you a little taste of it. Instead of me doing a pre-recording, I would just do a Facebook Live. And of course, this will be also on my YouTube channel recorded, which is where, which is where most of it actually is stored, unlisted. But this time I chose to record it and to share with it to you now. So in case you ever want to join my club, you're more than welcome to. There is no commitment. After 6 months, if you actually join, I'm just making sure I'm recording here, then you'll get a $25 Stampin' Rewards credit for 6 consecutive months. Sorry, it's a little chilly in here, so my nose keeps running. And so I keep sniffing, so my apologies. But the Let's Get Crafty Club is a monthly subscription similar to Paper Pumpkin, except I give you all the goodies. It's $45 a month, which includes shipping. And like I said, if you do complete 6 consecutive months, then you receive Stampin' Rewards. You also get a set of 8 cards, 2 designs each. You get designer series paper, the cardstocks, the bits and pieces, as well as the ribbon. You are required to purchase the bundle on your own, but I cut out as much of it as I can, so then you can use whatever you have on hand. So this month, or I should say for October, it was Ornamental Christmas. So my apologies for not getting that video out or my packages, because October was a crazy month for so many reasons, and we're just not going to dwell on them anymore because I'm so tired of it. You also get half a bolt of ribbon, and normally you would get embellishments, but embellishments were on back order, so I couldn't get those out to everyone. So then I designed them without embellishments this month. So extra gift coming later. Okay, so if you're here and you're watching, just give me a thumbs up or say hello. Whether it's the replay, if you have any feedback or questions about my monthly club, just let me know. So anybody who subscribes before the 15th of every month gets the kit. So within 5 days afterwards, usually by the 20th, 21st, I have your kits packaged and then shipped and out the door. And if you do sign up on, like, say the 16th, then you would get, so like for this coming month, if you sign up before December 15th, you'll get December's, which is Creative Haven. But if you get on the 16th, then you will get it in January. Okay, so here we go. So these are the cards we're going to create. This is what you need. All your bits and pieces should be in here. Let's hope I did that properly and I grabbed the right kit, because like I said, I'm behind. So let's hope my October kit is good. You also get a sampling 6x12 of the beautiful Traditions of Christmas, which was on back order for so long, which is why there was such a delay and I kept having to push it out. So I was happy to be able to get it quickly again, and then able to get these orders out. So it comes in these beautiful 6, and I love the foils and everything that are in it. And then you've got, of course, the back side, which is what we call the B side, with the beautiful blues, greens, and plaid, and of course the red, which is cherry cobbler. Like, oh, Secret Sea has now become my favorite and has replaced my Night of Navy love. Still love my Night of Navy, but I really, really have fallen in love with Secret Sea. It's kind of in that middle between blue and black. So it's like, Hello, Kathy. Nice to see you again. Thanks for joining and for saying hello. Okay, so let's get crafty. So you'll need Ornamental Christmas because you have to die cut these ornaments. Now, if you don't have Ornamental Christmas, then cut out whatever ornaments you have. The other option is you can cut out 2 circles and then make your ornament tag at the top there. but I've chosen that one. And then it comes with the star, which I believe I've die cut for you. Now, oh, I forgot to print my tutorial. So let's see how we do without having my tutorial here. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to move these out of the way. Make sure I don't hit anything. Hi, Christine. Long time no see again. Okay, so if you are part of my team, by the way, you get these for free. The tutorial, that is. The kits you do not. The tutorials and the details are all yours. But if you're part of my team. So this is the card you're going to get. And so all your instructions will be there. You get an emailed PDF with the instructions and then the link to the video. And then all the bits and pieces. So it looks like I've cut you for this month everything except for the one tree. So I couldn't do the other tree because it has to be stamped. I guess I could have die cut it. I could have did it anyway. But, oh yeah, I wanted to save it because I wanted you to see what it was like. And then if you have your own tree, that's fine. I just realized I forgot old olive, so I'm just going to go quickly grab it here somewhere. Oh, there it is. It was in the wrong spot, and we're just going to color that in. Okay, so old olive. I forgot to put my... So I didn't put my earbuds in this time, so you'll hear me fade in and out. So if sound is an issue, then please let me know because I am not wearing my earbuds right now. Okay. Okay, so let's get crafty. Maybe I got it right this time. Okay, so there's this, oh, forgot my blocks. There's this lovely, beautiful stamp there that has this beautiful big Merry Christmas. So we're going to grab our block and we're going to stamp that one first. I always like to get my stamping out of the way just to make it easier. So this is a rubber stamp which is no longer going to be available. So anything moving forward now comes in clear stamps, which is great because you can see through. These you don't. So, and also you have to put the sticker on. So now with the new clear stamps, there's no more stickers, which is great because if you put your stickers crooked, then you got to always remember that. Oh, bless you, Bishop. Okay, did you hear him sneeze? It was pretty loud. Okay, so where's my pieces? Here they are. So we need a couple pieces, so we're going to have to cut those out. And this is why I wish I had my tutorial, because then my tutorial will tell me what my pieces are. And so, which I forgot to print. So that's my bad. My bad. How's my lighting? Oh, my lighting's looking pretty good. Awesome. Okay, so out of your 6x12 pack, you're going to need your plaid. So I'm just flipping this over so I can find it. There's my plaid. And then we're also going to need that one. Well, that one's an easy peasy one, so we should be good there. I think I actually remember the measurements, which is kind of scary because normally I don't remember anything of that sort. But knowing me, I probably actually do know them. Okay, so we're just gonna cut these up. Hang on, I'm just gonna move my cord. Did that shift us too much? We're looking a little crooked, so I just want to make sure I'm somewhat straight there. And this time I remembered to bring me a drink because I was on for almost 2 hours, well, at least an hour and maybe an hour and a bit. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so parched right now. And so this time I have a drink. Drank lots of water today, so I'm treating myself to a can of Coke Zero. Okay, so obviously these cards are smaller, but what's nice is we know what our measurements are, and we're just going to cut off the strips we actually need, and then I'm probably going to do it the lazy way, which is trim it down afterwards. But we'll see. We'll see what I'm in the mood for. Okay, so I don't want to lose these little stars, so I'm going to put them right here so you guys can remind me. Those we need to cut. These go directly on top of each other like so. So you can see most of it is already cut for you, but wherever the bundle is required, you're pretty much gonna need the bundle because I can't cut everything. I can cut things, but anything that requires stamping is not allowed. Okay, so then we're gonna cover this up right there. And then this is gonna go on top. So then that gives me a rough idea as to where on my stamp set I need to stamp. And it's roughly in that corner, which is pretty much where I'm aiming for. I think I cut this too big. Okay, so let's get that stamped with some Secret Seed. As I take a sip of my Coke, just give me a sec. Throat hurts there a bit. Okay, I just inked it. So it's going to be nice and juicy. And we're just going to stamp that in the top right-hand corner. There we go. Oh, yeah, that is juicy. Wowzers. Okay, and then we have a tree. Yes? Yeah, go ahead. It's pretty much yours. Okay, and then we're going to take our tree. And, whew, that's nice, good ink. Sorry, Bishop's going to make a little bit of noise over there. And our tree is going to get stamped here. So we're going to try and figure out roughly where that tree is going to go. And we're probably going to go right about there. We're just putting a tree in the background for a little bit more color. And just to give, you know, break it up so that it's not in even numbers. So got 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5. So I guess we are 3, 4. Oh, I guess it is kind of even numbers, which is what I wasn't hoping for. Okay, I'm going to clean these up because I know me. I'm going to get it all over me. And I just re-inked my ink pad. So it's kind of juicy and I don't want to get my fingers in it because it's going to be a mess if I do. But hey, inky fingers. What's the point, right? Might as well. Okay, so then I just want to put a sentiment on the inside as well. And so I'm going to put in wishing you peace and joy. So I'm going to grab my card base and then on the inside, I'll just use the same block. I don't remember if we need this tree again. So I'll just put that back and we'll pick that up. And then on the inside, like I said, I don't want to get that ink anywhere. We're gonna, oh, see how juicy that is? Wow. I'm just gonna stamp that roughly. I can't see straight, so there. There we go. Phew. Look how much ink I got everywhere. Okay, I need my bone folder because I didn't I didn't put that in. I didn't, when I stick them in there, I just fold it. I don't really pay attention, and then I just leave it to you to make sure that that's nice and flush. Okay, so now we have that. And like I said, this is gonna go there, but we still need to do our our other stamping, which is our tree. So we're gonna switch to Old Olive. And then we're gonna grab the other tree. It's Friday night. Benjamin's at his volleyball wind-up because they won provincials, I should say. And now that that's done, it was like, let's pick a night to do volleyball wind-up. So they're at the beach in Birds Hill, I guess would that area be called, Birds Hill. And playing some more volleyball. Okay, I'm going to try and do this. I'm terrible at this. This is why I prefer to cut or stamp and then cut. So, oh, look at that. I did a good job. Shocker. Okay, so we're going to put this one here. And then, there we go. Did I grab the right one? Probably, maybe. I don't remember what I put in there. So it should be Old Olive though. Okay, so then we're going to take our Old Olive. Now, these are, what is it?
Hi there.
oh, goodbye Siri. This is white watercolored ink, right? And so we're just gonna gently go in there and kind of avoid those lines as much as possible so that the alcohol in the markers doesn't really spread and make the ink bleed. Now, it's doable, trust me. I do it all the time, believe me, and it will work. You just got to be a little more gentle. So I'm using the stroked side and getting in there with that. Then I'm just going to take the tip and fill in where I may or may have not missed. Now, this is running low, so I'm hoping the Old Olive is on the Black Friday list, or I'm going to order it, because there's a few blends that are on there. And for $6.
Okay, I found this on the web.
Oh,
this is white water colored ink, right?
No.
And so we're just going to gently go
Goodbye.
in there and kind of avoid those lines as much as possible.
Okay, sorry about that. My laptop brought Siri in. Let's see if I can mute her. Oh, that might not be a good thing. Okay. Don't know how that happened. Okay. I probably could have did this before, but these are important things that I always like to share in case there is a beginner watching. Okay, and then we're going to come in with our dark. Ooh, my tip needs some cutting. Oh, my tip's not working. Need a new pack. And we're just going to fill in where I think we could use some extra little bit of darkness to just give us some shading in there, especially along the bottom. And then we're just going to go over it with our light. And that's why we call it blending, because it literally just blends the color in. So here I'm being a little bit more rougher, I guess is the word, because I want to blend those colors together, the dark and the light. Excuse me. Just had to clear my throat there. Oh, it got really quiet in the house. I guess Bishop got what he... So I guess he was craving French bread. So when they went grocery shopping after soccer yesterday, he asked if he could buy a loaf of French bread. You know, and they were at Superstore, so it's $1.25, no biggie. And Bart's like, okay, sure. So he's pretty much been eating the loaf himself, but you know, French bread goes stale pretty quick, so hopefully he gets that done real quickly. Okay, and then I have dark lemon lolly here, which, hey, whatever, I wanted it bright. And so I'm going to color in the pot or stem, however you want to call it. If you want it to be the bottom of the tree and be a little more traditional than early espresso or whichever would work just fine. So now we're going to need our die here. So there's this die, and there's these you can also use as tree bottoms. I've seen people use that as the tree bottom. And then you have these beautiful little reference ones that you could put on the inside of your, just like this does, on the inside of your ornament. Or you can also use it as a decor piece, which I've done before as well. So I'm just going to grab mini embosser. So got the mini boss here, and I have my, here. So we're just going to slide that in. I'm going to try flipping my, what do you call it, plate the other way and see if I can get it to curve a little less. We'll see if I'm lucky enough. Probably not, but hey, you never know. Okay, let's slide that in. And we got it. By golly George, we've got it. Okay. And now I just realized too, I need my dimensionals. I'm in two spots, right? Like I have my normal desk that I create at, and then I have my desk that I actually film at. And so I know that when I went to crop the other weekend, I, still haven't unpacked because I'm cropping again tomorrow with some friends. So I'm like, why should I bother? So that's what I did. So I'm still kind of scrambling around trying to find everything. Okay. I'm also going to clean this because I don't want to get ink on myself or any of my projects. Oh, that's inky. Okay, there we go. And it's probably all on my hands, but no fret. Okay, so let's get this on here. So we're just going to add that to the bottom. So again, this is me being lazy. So instead of trimming it to the right width, I should say, that's running low. I'm just going to stick it on the bottom here and then trim after, because that's just me. And then this is going to go here, right about there. So again, just add in your adhesive.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Oh, why do you keep turning on? That's hilarious. Oh, hi, Tita Carmen. How are you? I'm like, who is that? And so, you're home tonight. No parties? Okay, I think we're good there. Okay, so we're going to trim that piece off. Oh, my glue scissors are missing. Okay, there we go. Oh, that doesn't look straight. So let me fix that again. So I've been going through all my cards because I have too many every themed card you can think of, right? And I'll be trying to purge them all so I can donate them to my church and have them either sell them or give them away, whatever they feel like. But, it's just an opportunity to clear it out of my house and then put a smile on everyone else's faces. Because, don't get me wrong, I did keep some for myself because I do have to give out cards as well, which I have to mail out. And if you were with me this afternoon, I made sure I put in my December daily when my deadline is to mail out Christmas cards. So, have to remember that as well. And then now we're done. So, don't forget to do that and put that on your list too. Okay, so these two are going to go here, but before I glue that, because it's the last piece, we're just going to glue this down on the front. So you could use dimensionals or you could use glue. I need to go get another liquid glue because I ran out. But in the meantime, we shall use my favorite seal. Okay. And then we're just going to put that there. Line that up as best as we can. And then we're going to pop these on. So that one's going to go there. I'll put this one a little higher and then this one a little lower so that it's not covering our sentiment. And we're going to use dimensionals. 2, 3. We can use mini glue dots or glue them down directly, whatever your preference. And I'm going to stick that right up there. And then this one's going to go here. So I won't put dimensional there because these ones will overlap, but I'll make sure I put it more on that side. So we're going to put one at the top, one closer to this side, and then one here at the bottom. And remove those. And then layer this one right about there. Now we still have to put those stars on. So where are my minis? So we're going to use a couple mini dimensionals. There we go. Because they're smaller and those stars are tiny. So I'm going to flip that over and drop one in there. and then stick that right on top of our tree. And then we'll put one more. So cute. I just love this paper. I'm so glad it's back. Along with Christmas tags. Oy, oy, oy. You know, I was expecting one of them to sell out, but I didn't expect both of them to sell out. But it also doesn't help when Stampin' Up! Is also offering classes in the same product. And then you're like, great, now everybody's like buying them up. Okay, so there is your first card. We are done card number 1. And I'm going to stick it in its envelope so that it's ready. So did you know you can actually mail using our clear envelopes? However, Canada Post doesn't like it. What they don't like is that this is showing. So then you just have to take a piece of 4.25 by 5.5 photocopy paper, if you prefer, and then just stick it on the front. And then that way it's hidden. It's just covered. Because what they have to do is they have to, if you put your, and then I put my stamp on it too, and then it goes on the inside. So then that way the whole thing is protected, right? And then I do stick a piece of tape there or a little sticker so that nobody opens it. So then, you know, when it gets to the recipient, they're like, oh, your envelope was open, and nobody can steal it either. Because sometimes it's so cute they want to steal it. Okay, so I'm going to stick both cards in here. Excuse me while I do that. I'm just literally putting both cards in the pack. So then I have them and they are ready to be filled out and gifted to somebody special, to one of our family members. Okay, so that one is done. So that's card 1. And then card number 2. Since we're on a roll with plaid, we might as well do this one. So this one is a little more complicated. This is the fun fold one. And I think in my tutorial, I did this one first. So we are, and now I don't remember. Oh wait, did I score it? Let me double check. Now I've used the gold here, and I don't know if I like the gold. Well, actually I do. I use gold on gold, which is kind of nice. And then this opens up like so. So then you get that nice fun fold. Because, you know, I got to include at least one fun fold in your card kit. So then you get that. It's so pretty. Oh, I'm going to need the big emboss and cut machine. Okay, so we're going to need the big boss for this one. So I have all my pieces cut. I have my flag. I got my tree. Fantastic. Okay, so we're gonna need big boss. So let me go grab my big boss. I thought I could get away with the small. Okay. So there's a little trick with this one. And it's in the tutorial to remind you. So we're gonna just take our pieces here and move that out of the way for now. And I folded it, so that's fantastic. You don't have to worry. Okay, so we're going to need a front for this one. So we're going to grab our paper and cut that down again. So let's cut it. So you'll have plenty here for 2 cards, by the way. So don't worry if you think you don't. You do. Okay. And the usual. Okay. There we go. So what we're going to do now, because we have that hole in the middle there, this circle that pops out, we don't want to put glue in that center. We want to make sure we only put glue along the outside. Otherwise, when you cut this out, those 2 pieces, the DSP and the cardstock, will be stuck together, and we don't want that. So you're going to make sure, oh, look how beautiful. You could switch them, by the way. Like, look how pretty that side is. So if you prefer that side, use that side. Okay, and if you prefer not to do circles and you would rather do squares or a flower, go ahead. So no glue in the middle. No adhesive, please. And then we're just gonna put this right on top, centering. Okay. Now, tip. Did you know that this comes with a 3-inch circle? That's what this is. This is an actual 3-inch circle. So all of our punches go up to 2 3/8, and we do not have a 3-inch punch. So guess where you get a 3-inch punch from now? Ta-da! This set, which is amazing because now I don't need to buy a punch. I got a 3-inch die here. So if you don't have circle punches or circle dies, this is where you can get it. Oh, I got glue everywhere. Okay, so we're just gonna grab some tape and secure that. It's packed already for tomorrow, so let me grab it. And I'm just gonna secure it just because I know it's not glued. And just because I'm paranoid and worried that it might slip. And just go right about there. Okay, so then I have room here for my sentiment. Okay, so we're gonna grab the Big Boss. So I'm just gonna raise you up a bit so I can make room for my machine. And I don't know why, but it feels really crowded all of a sudden. I'm gonna move my card out of the way. Feels tight over here. Probably because it is. So, see? Let's move you right to the edge of the table there. Okay, I might have to go sideways just a bit. So we're gonna slide this in here. I've got a bit of cleaner mats this time. Still a little bumpy, but not so bad. Maybe I'll use this side.
Could you try again?
Why you keep popping up? Okay. I don't know why Siri keeps talking. Oh, I shouldn't use its name. Okay, so we're just going to run this through. Okay. And I'm just going to run it back because I wasted my time there. And I should have been able to get through both pieces. Yep. Okay, there we go. Peel that off slowly. Seems a little stickier than normal. Okay, so now keep that circle because you can use it for another project. And then keep this because you're gonna need it. We're gonna fill the hole again. Okay. So I'm gonna put this back in here so I don't lose it. And then we're gonna take this out of the way because I need the space. And then we're gonna drop. So this weekend has been all about keeping tradition. So if you go to my Facebook page or you just scroll down here because it's still there, you will catch my Facebook Live that is in here from this afternoon. Okay, so we have that now. Okay, so and then we have our pieces here. And we need to do some stamping, some heat embossing. And then we need another piece as well because this actually folds like so. Let me just burnish that line. So this goes on the inside. And so what I've done, I'll show you. So this goes like this, just like that. So you can see here that you do not want to put glue all over because then you can't move this. It'll get stuck. So we want that to move. And then we have this little piece here where we want to put a piece of designer series paper. And I believe I used the striped one. So I'm just checking. So we're going to grab the Secrecy stripes for this one. And I believe it's 1 1/4, so, yep. So we're gonna grab our paper trimmer, grab a piece of this. So you'll have tons left over because we're not using a lot. So you got lots to play with, which is what I love. Even though I only give you half a pack. May not sound like it's much, but really it is. So because you get 2 of each, so it's quite a bit. Now, half a pack of designer series paper is a lot. So it doesn't sound like much, but it is. Okay, so we have that. So I'm gonna do my stamping. So we need this, and we need this, and I need a piece of scrap, or else I'll get ink. Well, it's just Versamark anyway, but I'm gonna get ink on my table. So we're going to take, no, I'm missing a star. Oh la la, I'm missing a star. So I'll have to go get one of those. Check your kit, make sure there's a star in there. Okay, so we're gonna take the swooshes. I don't know what else to call it. What do you call that? Garland? Would it be garland? I don't know. But you can use it on any different way. So I don't know if garland is the right word either. I know I cleaned this, but I don't know if I cleaned the green. Put that back. That's 50 million blocks anyway. Okay. So as always, you want to brush this so that you get all the oils off. Then you want to take your Versamark ink. Tap, tap, tap. And we're going to do our lines. So we've got 1 line. And we probably only need it twice. 2 lines. Oh, we could do a 3rd. Why not? And we'll just do a little bit on the bottom to get that 3rd at the top there. The itty bitty at the top. Okay, now that's done. So we're gonna grab our tweezers so I don't burn my hand. And I'm gonna pick it up from the bottom and then dump that in my powder. Remember, this is heat powder, so it's gonna melt beautifully on there. There we go. And I'm gonna put the stand up so your ears don't get muffled from all the noise from the tool. Okay. So we're just adding the heat to now transfer and melt that white embossing powder. And this is my favorite part, the magic, where it gets all shiny. So pretty. Oh shoot, I wasn't supposed to do it in white. I was supposed to do it in gold. Okay, let's get that done. And let's flip it over. Oh boy, nobody noticed? I'm looking at the comments. Nobody said anything. Okay, let's try that again. Because we're supposed to do it in gold, not white. But white was sitting right in front of me, which is why I grabbed the white. That's the only reason. That's funny. Okay, but you can use either side. Doesn't matter. You can use white, gold, whatever powder you have. Copper, black, I don't know, green on green, why not? Okay, there we go. And then we just have that little tiny bit there at the top. But you saw, it didn't take very long, just takes seconds. Okay, so let's pick that up again. And let's try that in gold this time. So we got white on one side, gold on the other. So, although the white stands out a lot more than the gold, but the gold is so pretty. It's just more traditional, you know? Okay, there we go. It looks like early espresso. So, oh, we're gonna need that again. Let's try that again. There we go. That gold's coming out now. Heats up a lot faster than the white. There we go. So pretty. It was dull and now it's shiny. And now we got to do it one more time with our sentiment. And again, just get rid of those oils. Let's get our sentiment here. Good thing I cleaned it. Let's make sure it's super clean. Just going to run it through there again, just to make sure it's super clean. I think so. Okay, and then we're going to add, and we're going to do this one in gold. Not white, Nemi, gold. We need white for the other one. I chose white on the other one because I just wanted it to pop, and I felt like it wasn't really popping. Oh, my God. What am I? My goodness. I almost put it on my stamp. Oy, oy, oy. Bloopers. Okay. That's funny. Oh, boy. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tired or something. Don't know why I'm making those funny mistakes. Oh, and I did make a funny mistake on that one. So let's go on the back side. I saw the W touch twice. I was wondering if I did. Then I see 2 W's stamped. So that's not good. So let's try that again. I'm just centering it there. Oh, I kind of felt like it went. Oh, and I just rocked it. That's not good either. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. Put that there. Wow. Okay. Let's try. I can't believe I almost did that. That would not be a fun thing. Although easy to clean, but still painful. Like pointless, really. Okay, let's try that again. Here it comes. Beauty. Beautiful. And we're just gonna flag those, nothing fancy. And I think our stamping and stuff is all done. Now you could stamp on the inside. So we could put here, let's do that. Let's put 'Tis the Season. I'll put a little one here. And we need a block. I'm not going to use gold. We'll go with our Secret C. Our Juicy Secret C. Whew, that's juicy. Maybe I put a little too much of the refill in there. Okay. There we go. You can tell I've used these a lot. Probably could use a really good scrub. And we have a scrubby for that, which would work fantastic. Okay. So some assembly required. So I'll bring you down now. I have a little bit of a shadow when I go really high up, don't I? Okay, good to know. So this one, like I said, when you put this in, you don't want it going on everything. Because if you do, then you're in trouble. Because it's gonna show, you can't get that locked in place. You're a little too close. Okay, so we're gonna only put glue when we lay this piece down, wherever we see here, on that side. So you can take a pencil. This is what I would do. I would take a pencil and draw that, because now that tells me that I cannot put glue in this spot, right? In this spot. I want my glue to be here on the outside, so that way when I open my card, you can see it stuck to that one side there. Okay, so we're gonna take the adhesive, and I like to use liquid for this because then I can move and manipulate a bit. And we're gonna put right along there, along the edge. and up to this point only, because we don't want there. So I can put a little bit there as well, just to keep it. Now we're gonna make sure that that's flush and we're at the right point, and I'm just gonna drop my front down. Oops, slightly off, but it's not a big deal. Okay, now anything that's showing eraser-wise, pencil-wise, I'm just gonna take my eraser and clean that up. There you have it. Now this piece will go flat and flush as you like. So let's give that a minute to settle. And this one is gonna go right about there, because you want that perfect 90-degree angle here to happen. So you want this piece to be equally flush on both sides, so that when it's standing up like this, you can see that nice rounded piece right there. Right? So we're just gonna make sure we're lined up properly here, because that's what happens. And I can also see it here on this side that it is pretty much even. So then I'm gonna add my adhesive to the back of this piece. Now I can put some in the middle. Forgot to do my N, just did a slur, and we're gonna fold that down. So now we get our piece, okay? So I'm just gonna push that a little bit. Now you think, oh, I can see my words there. That's okay, because now your circle is what's gonna go there. Oh shoot. But before we do that, I should have stuck this on first. So let me trim this down to size. Forgot to put that one in first. I thought I trimmed it down to size. But, oh no, because this one is smaller. I forgot. We did cut it smaller. Okay. Oh, I'm still short. I'm still over by a quarter of an inch. Okay, there we go. So, glue this piece in first. It just makes it easier. Oh, there's a beautiful pattern on the back again. So, stick that on here. Wow. When the kids are on their sure big leg. Need to get an IT person in here to fix my system. Okay. So this is where the glue is gonna go, so that this can swing through, right? So you see that on here. We do not have glue on this side, which is this front here, because we want it to pop. So the glue only sits on the side with the designer series paper. So knowing that, this is exactly where you're going to place your adhesive. So we're going to add adhesive right in here. Okay. And then we're going to put our circle back inside this hole, because it should fit perfectly, and it does. And that's what's going to stay there. Then we have our nice white piece, which you can use with dimensionals if you want, but I'm just going to glue that down, and I'll use the tree with dimensionals. So I'm going to add a bit of glue along the edge. Time for a new glue, new liquid glue. And stick that in the middle as desired. And then our tree, I might have used the wrong tree, but this will sit here. And you want to make sure that it fits, because if it doesn't, then if you put it too low, right, then it can't open. If you put it too high, then it can't open. It's in the way. So make sure that your tree fits in there. Now I use shaded spruce on that one. This one I use old olive. So you may have a different color. I don't know, but something like that anyway. So I'm gonna put 4 on here because I have powder that I didn't fully heat. So it might not stick as well. So again, just making sure that you're within. So I'm trying to make sure I'm as close as I can to the bottom there. And now our star will go up there. So I'll add the star after, but there you go. There's your finished card. So let's add our sentiment. So you can just, if it's too much, I think it's a little too long. So I'm gonna trim that and then go there. Just find that middle. I think I'm off a bit. Not by much, but I am. And then flag those ends. And if you don't like that, you can always do the angled corner look, or if you have a punch that does this, then by all means use your punch. This piece not wanting to come off there. So now I have this floppy Furby the fur ball. Okay, now let's do the other side. My piece still a little too long. There's my center. Cut right to it. Or you're just eyeballing. Doesn't need to be perfect. They're not going to measure your card. If they do, wow. Okay, if they do, they should sign up as a demonstrator. Preferably under me. Okay. Then I'll show them some really cool tools and tips and tricks. Okay. Just gonna put my tools back before I lose them. And then we're gonna add, I'm just gonna use minis. The large ones will fit, but I'll just use minis and stick those all along the back. Now I like to use my take your pick tool because sometimes my nails are long enough, sometimes they're not. But then also my fingers are too chubby to try and pull these off. So I find it a lot easier to use my take your pick tool. There we go. And then just line that up there. Oh, look, there's a line there that I can use. Perfect. Now, if you want to add more embellishments to this, you can. But again, I forgot to cut out my star, so that's all that's missing. I got two different colored trees just to show you the differences. So I will add the star after. Ta-da! So that's card number 2. Yay! Where did I put my first card? Oh, you're supposed to be down here. And I don't know where my first card is, so I'll stick that there so I know where it is. Oh, there it is. I forgot. Okay. So where's my envelope? There it is. Oh, I dropped some more stuff. Okay, just gonna stick that back in so I don't lose it and I don't get it dirty. Okay, so our next fun card, I believe in the tutorial, is this one. So we're going to need our mini embossing cup machine again, or you could use the big one. No, we need to use the mini. And this one has the 2 ornaments on it. So we gotta do one with at least the ornaments. So let's see what we got here. Oh, perfect. And I still have, oh, so this was supposed to go in the other card. So here's my strip to cut a star, I think. Nope, this is my strip that goes underneath. Okay, so let's cut that. And we also have, oh yes. So that's why I used the green. So I cut the tree out of this one for the card we just finished. And then we're gonna put some designer series paper on it to cover it up. No wasty. So that's what I did there. Okay, that makes total sense now. Okay, so we're gonna grab our plaid. Plaid. Oh, maybe it's the other way. Plaid, there it is. And we're gonna cut our piece that we need. Okay. Which is pretty much your standard piece and is in the tutorial, so do not fret. And line that up as always. And then you can use those strips inside your card or on the front of your envelope. Need that. And then we need pieces for our 2 ornaments. And those pieces are the red dots, this one. And then we need the one with the blue back. let's see here. This is the 2, oops, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing 1. Dun, 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 dun. Where is it? This is my pack. Oh, why is that piece cut off? Make sure I didn't miss. And it looks like I thought I had them all here. Oh, there it is. See? I'm like, where is it? But it's got the dots. Oh, it's the same piece. That's why. Duh. It's the same piece. That's why I couldn't. That's why I didn't know what I was doing there. Ha ha ha. Okay. So we're just going to trim off a piece. And the nice thing is, because it is both pieces, I don't know how big I actually need. We're just going to cut this. I'm going to cut it in half. I know it's more than what I need, but we need 2 of them. So we're just going to float it like that together because we can run 2 pieces in the machine at the same time. So we'll do that. Or you could do them separate. Either way, we're going to use the machine twice. So it doesn't really matter. So I can get my machine in here. And where's my place? But because the paper is quite thin, we can run it at the same time. So we got our 1 ornament. Now, just reminder, tip, if these are directional, make sure you have them in the right direction you want. Now, these are dots, so it doesn't matter. They're going in this direction anyway. So, oh yeah, this kind of sort of matters. So I'll go this direction. It's actually spaced in between, not in line. Okay, I'm just gonna... The other one, I don't worry too much because I just don't want it to move. And so, because it's just flowers. So let's see if I can get that through. Catch. And it did. And put that in. And we've got our 2. Now we're going to put this through a second time. So there's our 1, 2. Now this one we want to run through a second time, because we need to get those holes. So we're going to grab those holes, these ones, and that's going to sit here. Now, just note, you could do this and that at the same time. It actually fits inside. And I'm just going to put this down to make sure it doesn't move. And hopefully, see, it's moving just even in my hand. Keeps moving in my hand, to be honest. So, and we're going to run it through a second time. Okay. Oakley dokily. You've got all those dots flying off. And there's our gorgeous piece. And it even has a stitch there. I'm going to stick that in there. And then hopefully the last one we don't have too much to do. Okay. There we go. And okay, and then we just have to do our heat embossing for that one. And then we can stamp as well on the inside. I didn't on that one. So our heat embossing requires Tis the Season, which we have already in gold. So make sure our gold is there. And where's our white piece? Okay, so there's our white piece. And we're just going to put that here in the bottom corner. So we're going to add some of that there. And I'm going to keep you raised up a bit because I don't want the noise to attract too much. And we'll put that there. So again, just going to grab our Versamark ink and do some tapping. And then stick that there. I have to go sideways because I don't want my I gotta be able to see if I'm straight. And just hold that for a few seconds. Lift, and hopefully it looks good. Now this is a bigger piece, so I'm not too concerned about my hand getting burnt. There it is. Looks good. Gold on white is just as pretty on any other color. Gold on pink looks really good too. I like that as well. Just making sure I have enough. Oops, going back in. Okay, now we're going to heat emboss that. Almost done. You see it shine there? There we go. Beauty. Lovely, lovely. So now we just have to assemble. So we're going to put this one on here. I'm just going to grab my Seal Plus because I'm running out of liquid. Looks like I'm running out of seal as well. Time to replenish my own stock. I like the corners. Okay. And we're going to add that in. So we've got like, what, 1/8 of an inch around on this card. So it makes it look good. It's just got that little hint of green. And then this one goes on there as well. Oh, look at that beautiful red. We're going to use that one next. We cannot not use it. And then the plaid on thing. I love tone on tone. So you'll always get some kind of card that has tone on tone in, you know, either every second month or every month, depending what I'm using. And then we're going to do a little bit of dry fitting. But first we got to get this guy in here. So he's going to go, oh, look how stunning that looks too, right? So this one is going to go, which we have on the other one anyway. This one's going to go here like so, underneath. So here I'm going to use tear tape to just hold it in place. And I'm also just going to trim it a smidge because I don't want it peeking out. And I'm going to angle those corners. Okay. And then I'm going to take tear tape, which was sitting here and is not. Oh, cannot find tear tape. So it's probably because I packed it for tomorrow. We're going to use Scotch tape instead and just hold that in place. That's all we're doing. Okay. And I might just put, this is where I would use my tearing tape. But Scotch tape works just fine. And hold that in place. Okay. Oops. Okay, so there's my one ornament. Where's my other one? Here we go. And my second one. Oh, I love it. So cute, right? Okay, so we need glue dots. Oh, what the heck? Sorry, I can't find my glue dots. Give me a second. I must have packed it somewhere, but it's MIA. Ugh. My chick. Ugh. The hydraulics went on my chair, so every time I get up, sit down, get up, sit down, it goes lower and lower. It's kind of funny. I need a new chair. I actually saw Costco actually has them. And I use a gaming chair because they are way more comfortable than an office chair. Because, you know, gaming chairs are designed for people to sit in them for hours on end. Like office chairs are too, but they're more for like an 8-hour shift, whereas a gaming chair is like 24. Because, you know, gamers can go for hours. So anyway... Yeah, it's kind of entertaining that it keeps falling. So I'm going to grab my journal pen and just kind of look at this. I'm going to drop this a bit and just draw a straight line up for my thread, yarn. What do you call it? I don't know why I don't know what to call it. Oh, I should have made sure that that was over well. Okay, so we're going to make sure that that's centered because we don't want it off the card. And then we want this one slightly up and over. So I'm just going to drop that a bit so I know where. And we're going to do another, oh my. Try and draw a straight line. Okay, so, oh my God, I lost my lid. There it is. Okay, so this guy I'm going to put on with dimensionals. This one is almost done. And I don't have, why don't I have my glue scissors? They're somewhere here. Okay. I have to remember next time to make sure I put my earplugs in. That way, when I walk around and forget things, you don't hear the echo. Okay. And then these two dudes will go on. So this one's going to go slightly higher because we have that sentiment, right? So that one's going to go there. Totally put that in the wrong spot. And then this one's going to go there. Let's go a little higher. Okay, so we're going to put that one pretty high up. And I'm going to use dimensionals again because I like to. Let's use 3 on this one. And go a little high up. And then we're going to do this one a little lower. Thankfully, it's sort of on there. I'm just going to make this line a little thicker because I screwed up. And get it over just a smidge. I should be fine because it's going to go on the card front anyway. And then we'll put one at the top again. And then I'll overlap the gold to just hold that in place as well. And, oh, actually, this one needs to move over in case I overlap there. Okay. And there we go. So now that just goes onto our card front, which is over here. I'm just going to burnish that end. There we go. And that will fit right on the front. Lovely. That in the middle. Okay, and we'll stick that right in the corner because like I said, we're literally 1/8 of an inch all around. Like that, and that is our other card. So that's card number 3 in this Get Crafty Club kit. So you can see you get quite a bit, and there's still tons of product left over because you get half a pack. So I've only shown you the 6, which is a quarter of the pack. We're using a quarter of the pack, so not even a quarter of the pack. So you still have like another whole set of DSP to play with and create more or use your own. So I love this one. It's the star. And put that aside. I did the star. So thankfully I did the star. Now on this one, because the ribbon was not available at the time, but then came in later. So then I added it in later. I didn't put ribbon on this one, but I think I'm going to do that so you can see the two differences. And you can decide when you get your kit whether or not you want ribbon on yours. Okay, so we need these two pieces cut from our designer series paper. And luckily for us, this one is pretty much the size that's left over, which goes there. So then all we need is our other piece, which is, oh, wrong pattern. This one, beauty, and cut that piece off. So I'm just gonna prep it here off to the side because you pretty much know the standard size. And then we're gonna cut it here. And you can, this one is made smaller just because this piece goes all the way to the edge. So I wanted to have that distinguishable gap, I guess is what you can say. Okay, so, and on here we only have one bit of embossing and it's the white. So now we're gonna use white powder. Okay, so we're gonna put our powder on there. And we're using Wishing You Peace and Joy again. So we're gonna ink, ink, ink. And yes, Kathy, I do agree. I like the white, but gold white, I was torn. So, you know, it is nice. Now we're just gonna stamp that on here. Like so. Just give it a couple seconds. And then drop that into our white. I'm going to use my tweezers for this one. Okay, just so I don't burn because it is a little closer. Okay, oh look, it looks perfect already. It doesn't even need to go through the, but it does. Okay, so let's heat emboss that. The other way. Now we're doing white. There we go. Beautiful. Love it. Just got to make sure it's all shiny. And melted. Okay. Perfect. And this one, all we're doing is cutting it down. So we'll do that right at the end before we assemble. So, that's my card. So let's get this together. Now, you can stamp the inside. I chose not to. But you can. So this says, wishing you peace and joy. I don't know, Merry Christmas. We haven't used, oh, we didn't use Be Jolly. We should have used that one on the other one. So you can stamp the inside if you like, but I just chose not to. Because this one I'd probably write lots in. Okay, so let's add this on. La la la. So the other half of this set you would use for making the other set of cards. Because remember, we're doing, you get 8 or 2 of each. So you would use up 2. And then, of course, so I want this at about, yeah, about 3/4. I don't want it exactly centered. So then you'd still have a whole 1/4 pack of designer series paper to create with whatever you like. So just keep that in mind, that you get quite a bit of designer series paper and embellishments or decoration, whatever, that you get to play with and use. So enjoy all that fun. This is just the inspiration part that I give you. You can easily not follow them or make your own. Like, go rogue. Go rogue if you like. And then this just comes in here with the cherry cobbler. So this sheer ribbon is in your kit. You get half a roll, so plenty to work with. And we're just going to tie a nice big bow over here. Now, one side shiny, the other side is not. So you can twist and maneuver it to make sure you get that bow and you get that nice shiny bow. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do. And then up and through, come on. There we go. Yay. And then we're just gonna tie a bow. I like my bows big, so that's why I have lots of ribbon there. Because I like nice and big. And then I'm just gonna grab my ribbon scissors here. And I'm gonna trim my ends. Like that. And if you want, you could add a little glue dot there to hold it in place if you like. And I think I will do that. But that's not glue dots. Those is, oh, where's my glue dots? Oh, there they are. Oops. Huh. So I'm going to stick that right on the edge there to just hold that in place. And then I can stick my circle on with dimensionals, like so. Just gonna add that there. I hope you enjoy these cards. And pop those off. Sure, it's getting pretty late now, but hey, Friday night, what else is there to do besides craft? So, you know, might as well have some fun crafting. And then now I'm going to take some minis because this star is pretty thin. So that is the star from this die here. And where is my take your pick tool? So we're going to put a star or a mini in the middle. Now you're like, where do you put them? So I'm going to put them all on each tip there because there's room. Man, I talked so much today and I haven't been doing a lot of talking lately. And so my throat is just sore from yapping. Yowzers. Not a cold. I've definitely beaten that. But I can definitely tell. I talked lots today. Okay. So we're going to remove these. And then what's nice is because you're nice and tight at the bottom there, it's going to all fit onto that white 3-inch circle. The circle was literally just cut from the inside from using that die. Okay. There you go. The circle die that comes in it. And so you can see you get this ribbon on the both sides. So I just want to make sure that that's straight and it doesn't look awkward on this side and not on this side either. Why does that look so crooked? Let's fix that. Like it looks like it's being pulled down. No, I want it down. I want this edge down, so this edge needs to go down. Okay, there we go. I think. That one just looks so funny there. Okay. So we're going to tuck that under. And then we just need this. So we're going to trim this with my scissors. And we're just, I think I'm going to keep this one straight. So the other one I did at an angle. This one I'm going to keep straight. And I'm just going to say wishing you, which is going to go right there. So we just need mini glue dots again. Because there's no way I'm covering that foil in liquid glue. It's going to be so messy. Oops. So wishing you. And then peace and joy right there. So again, we'll stick these ones closer to the middle. And peace and joy right there. Okay, so that is our 4th card. So here's one with the ribbon, one without. I don't know. Which one do you like better, with ribbon or without? Would love to know. And that is our 4 cards. So let's take a look. So there's that one. There's this one. I am such a mess. I don't know why, but making cards seems to always create a bigger mess than making a scrapbook page. Probably because you're using the whole tablespoon for a scrapbook page, and I forgot to stick this on the inside, so we'll glue this one in right after the video is done. And we've got our other two. So let me know which card you like the most. So there's this red one. Then we have our double ornaments. Then we got our double tree. And then we have our fun fold tree. So let me know which one you like in the comments and whether or not you like this ribbon with or without. So that's it. Thank you for joining me with ribbon. Oh, perfect. And I hope you enjoyed that. And if you'd like to join my club, you can join at any given point in time. I'll put it in the comments, the link. And again, it goes through PayPal. So every month on the 15th or whatever date you signed up on is when it would actually go through. And if you sign up on the 16th or the 17th of the month, I won't process it or give you a kit till January. So, you know, so you sign up by December 15th, you get December's. Sign up on December 17th, you'll get January's. It's just because I look on the 15th and then I don't look again. So those are my dates in my process. If you have any questions on Let's Get Crafty Club, feel free to ask. I still have November's to do, so I'll share that one as well. And again, thank you for watching, whether you caught me on Facebook or on YouTube channel. So thank you. Have a great night. Happy Stampin'.